YouTube world, your boy Halucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another Raw report. Of course, this is where I talk about Raw. It's a thing. You guys understand by now what I be doing. Hopefully, this is a quicker version of this because I have to go to work in like 20 minutes. Yay! So hopefully I can get this through. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all the other good stuff. And we're gonna jump right into this quickety lickety split. I think that's what they say. Lickety split. Lickety split. Anyways, so Raw, gotta get this out the way. I didn't technically watch Raw. Had to work, had to close. I worked at 2:30 to midnight. Well, 2:30 to 12:30. It's okay, don't worry about it. Well, before 12:30, but it was a whole thing. Um, Becoming a manager, man, shift supervisor, learning how to do stuff. So, took a little bit. Took a little bit, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. So I saw the highlights and stuff like that. So if there's something I missed in between, I apologize. I hopefully got the nutshell of Raw. Uh, and from what I saw from that little nutshell, there was some pretty interesting stuff that was going on, and then there was some that was, Raw. It's long. It'd be 3 hours, so sometimes they be having stuff in there. Just be like, I don't know what's this here. Um, but we're gonna talk about all of that. Um, so I guess I'll start from the order. Maybe that'll help a little better. Um, Randy Orton, Alexa Bliss Fiend segment. That's fantastic stuff. I love everything that's going on with that stuff. Um, Randy Orton is like new special host guest on Moment of Bliss. He's there all the time. Alexa Bliss might like Randy Orton as a guest. I'm guessing like that. And I like the callbacks that obviously they do because they had a feud, and Randy Orton's pretty much saying, "Hey, Bray Wyatt, yeah, I know him very well. I know what his weakness is. Like he wouldn't tell me, but I had to find out what his weakness is, and it was the house, and burn that thing to the ground. And now the Fiend also has a weakness, and what is it? Oh, I think it's you. And they talk about who's manipulated who. Fiend music comes out. Randy Orton's like, "Oh, see, what I tell you." Lights go out, come back on. Randy Orton has Alexa Bliss, and Fiend is just standing there, or he's sitting there. He's like, "Hey, give me my Alexa Bliss, my twisted girl. Give me her back." And I like that, and I feel like Randy Orton is being out manipulated. Maybe the manipulator has become the manipulator. Yeah. So that's good stuff. Hopefully, if they have another Firefly Funhouse, it'll be like well, not like the one with John Cena, but hopefully it'll be like different. It'll be like they reference a lot of things that happened during Randy Orton's career. That'd be great. That'd be fantastic. I love the feud. I hope it continues. One feud that I hope that does not continue and ends is Jeff Hardy versus Elias. I thought this match was done at the Qatar on the pole mat, but of course there was more. It was a Symphony of Destruction match, which I mean was pretty fun because there was no rules. It was very silly. They had 24/7 stuff in there, which is like okay. I wonder if this is going to be a thing where Elias moves on from Jeff Hardy and then he gets into the 24/7 stuff and starts blaming like R-Truth for costing him the match or something like that, and he's gonna get in that 24/7 shenanigan stuff. I don't know what they're doing with Jeff Hardy honestly, because it seems like he. It's funny how people talk about Ali. Oh, Ali's buried. Oh, they're not using him. 2 weeks ago he was winning matches, and this week he's on main event, and it was like, but he was on Raw this week, and so is Ricochet, and so is Jeff Hardy, and Elias, and The Miz, who were all on main event. So I guess main event is like a thing that's like doesn't matter now. Which unfortunately, like I think main event had like Ricochet versus Jeff Hardy, and then Elias was just like being ridiculous, singing weirdly on commentary or on during the match. But hopefully this feud is over. It was a good, funny, hilarious bit that Elias tried to stab Jeff Hardy, and then he moves out the way, and he gets electrocuted. Jeff Hardy almost murdered the back of his neck by doing a swanton bomb. Really weird bit that Elias was pinning Jeff Hardy, but he had his foot on the rope, or he put his hand on the rope, even though it was like no disqualification, no countouts, probably no rope breaks, but not my business. Jeff Hardy wins again. He wins the guitar on the pole match. He wins the Symphony on Destruction match. I hope this is over. Get Elias, I guess, in the 24/7 picture if you really want to. Make more people in it. Make people stop chasing him. Make them come after you. And I don't know what they're gonna do with Jeff Hardy. I do not know. No clue. I really don't have a clue. Um, Next up, Jeff. I'm gonna say Jeff Hardy again. The Slapjack versus Ricochet thing. Um, Mustafa Ali just is fantastic at everything he does. Let's just be honest. He is fantabulous at all the things that Ali does. Um, his promo talking about Ricochet want him to join and not seeing the bigger picture, saying that Slapjack is going to teach him. It was great stuff. Ricochet's comeback, saying no, pretty much saying no, saying the way he goes about it is not right, and he's going to do it his way, and all that stuff. That was really well done and stuff like that. The match was, it was pretty decent. Ricochet and Shane Thorne, Slapjack, um, are really good. I just wish they gave him more time, but what they did was they did was good stuff. Slapjack got himself a win. That's always good stuff. Dana Brooke came out and slapped Ali, so that was a weird thing that happened. Um, but Retribution still wins. Later on, Ali talks about Dana Brooke disrespecting her, and then had Reckoning Mia Yim, whose whole face mask came off, and told her that, hey, you're gonna handle my light work. She didn't handle her light work. I don't know why Mia Yim lost. There's no way that Mia Yim should be losing to Dana Brooke. I love me some Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke is great. She's awesome. She be working hard. Mia Yim in her debut match should not have been losing to Dana Brooke at all. Like me, especially if you're talking about being in the number one contenders match against what's her face against Asuka. That's not how you do it. And Dana Brooke's not even focused on Asuka. She's focused on the tag team titles. You just out here losing to Dana Brooke. That was not a good booking decision. Um, the first half of Retribution, thumbs up. Second half, ridiculous. And then Ali out here yelling at her, was like, "We don't lose here." Yes, you do, but that's not my business. So I'm guessing that's going to be a thing. I wonder if they're going to have like another female join Retribution, like another female somebody, maybe join Retribution, maybe get some more tag teams in there, to probably counter off counter off Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose, since they are a tag team or whatever. Maybe they're going to do something like that. But it was a whole thing that I don't even want to get into anymore. But not the strongest thing for the women, as also it was Asuka and Lana versus Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. Last week they got beat. They got pumped up. Asuka and Lana's getting pumped up this week. Shayna and Nia was saying, "Hey, they got one over on us," and Shayna was like, "Mm-mm. I did my part with Asuka. You couldn't even handle Lana. You didn't put her through no table or something like that." And then this week, same result, but Asuka knees Shayna in the face, and Lana gets the win. This match, it was there. It happened. Lana's getting wins now, so I mean that's good. She's not going through tables. That's 2 weeks that she's not gone through a table. So I guess that's good for her. This unfortunately is a waste of Asuka's time. Asuka should be getting in there with Peyton Royce. She should be getting there with Lacey Evans. I don't know where Naomi is, but she should be getting there with Naomi. Pregnant pregnant Becky Lynch. She should be getting in there with them. I don't, Charlotte Flair, wherever you are, please come back. Um, this is not for Asuka, uh, but it is what it is. They're gonna have a tag team match at TLC for the tag team titles. It's gonna be a tables match, and Nia Jax is probably, or you know what, they might win. Lana and Asuka might win. Why not? Asuka and Lana, new tag team champions. Maybe, I don't know. But it is what it is. Poor night for the women tonight. Um, who was not a poor night was my boy Alexander and Woods. Oh, mm, I love Xavier Woods. I say that all the time. Xavier Woods is probably my favorite wrestler, one of my favorite wrestlers out right now. Probably the most underrated, underutilized, undervalued wrestler on the main roster. Like, and Big E said the same thing too, and a lot of people say this. Xavier Woods is so good at tag team wrestling, like what he does with New Day, he's so good at it that it almost like sometimes you forget like how good of a like one-on-one wrestler he really is. Um, that's why I want him to be like cruiserweight champion or U.S. champion or something like that. I would love for him to get him a singles run. Of course, they was out here making fun of Hurt Business. Hurt Business was like, "All right, relax." It wasn't you didn't beat the brakes of us. It's 2-on-2 because last week we got the count out victory, even though technically it was a double count out, but they kind of botched it, so it was technically a win for them. So technically, they were saying, "Hey, one more rematch, we're gonna win." Secretary Alexander's going on nuts. He was, "Hey, luck, you that was him, that wasn't me. I want you one on one. I'm gonna show you what the hurt and hurt business stands for." And then Xavier Woods was like, "I thought the hurt meant hurt." Hilarious. And then of course he attacks them from behind before the match starts, and then they have great match. Oh man, they should have that lawn that stuff with Reckoning and Dana Brooke. Take that match off. Take it off. Make it a backstage segment. Maybe make it like Dana Brooke was about to go out, and then Reckoning just beats her up. Just bodies her. Just throws her all around the ring. Kicks her in the face. Throws her in the somewhere, and then have a match next week where Reckoning actually wins a match, then not lose to Dana Brooke. You should have did that, and then had like the extra 5 minutes go to Xavier Woods and Alexander because they woo good stuff. That was fantastic. I loved everything about it. I wish they would have continued. Cedric Alexander has been a fresh of breath air since turning heel and during the Hurt Business and becoming more aggressive. Uh, Xavier Woods is a great sympathetic babyface who is so underrated. He deserves more. Give him King of the Ring. Just give him King of the Ring. Give him the United States Championship. Let him reign. Give him the tag team titles. Give him all the titles. Give him the cruiserweight title too. Fuck it. Just do it. That match was fantastic. Alexander wins. Cool bit where Cedric Alexander was about to do a suicide dive, full speed. Xavier moves out the way, boom, slams him to the barricade, and he throws him back in. He takes a while. He goes back in the ring, boom, lumbar check for the win. Cedric Alexander is having like he's going crazy. He's like, "Yeah, we won, yeah, yeah." And Shelton Benjamin, the MVP, is looking at him like, "Bro, what are you doing? What is?" He's like, "Yeah, we won. I forget y'all," and he's just celebrating. I love it. He's gonna cost them the tag team titles again. It's gonna be great. But yeah, more of that. More of them one on one. And then next up is the whole the Keith Lee, AJ Styles, Matt Riddle thing. Matt Riddle was all over the place tonight. First was talking with Keith Lee hilariously about them having a title match against Drew McIntyre. He's like, of course you already had your match, you lost. And me, I'd never faced him, and I beat him. I get the big cool sword, and yeah, I know we're both nervous, and and then it pans out to him, and it goes back, and then Keith Lee is already gone. Keith Lee's like, oh, I'm out, I'm out. And then he has another thing with AJ Styles. Him and the big tall dude, him and Jordan actually talks, and he's looking like, "You talk to him?" He's like, "Why you talk to him?" And then he's like, that whole segment was funny. He kept saying that AJ Styles was champion, but he lost and he never got he never won it back ever since. Just like, I'm gonna win it this time. It's different. And kept calling him Skipper because of his I think his cat's name was Skipper or something like that. It was actually really funny. And then the match was fantastic, of course, because they're all great. They all got their stuff in. Keith Lee and Matt Riddle shined out here. AJ Styles was there to make them look good, and that is what he did. Um, but in the end, of course, AJ Styles, the only heel in the match and the one who will go great against Drew McIntyre TLC, wins with phenomenal forearm on Matt Riddle. That was excellent stuff. And then Matt Riddle's out there, and MVP comes and says, "Hey, how's that loss? How's that loss you felt?" He was like, "Yeah, sometimes you lose. It sucks to lose, but hey, at least I got the chance to do it. Unlike your guy Lashley, who lost in the first round, because you cost him that match." And then he was like, "Hey, it's all right. Um, this stuff that we did it, since we're both here, we got all the time." It's like hey, got some ideas. He runs them through ideas, and he said they're all stupid, and he does his type thing again, and he slaps him, and like he gets serious. And he was like, "Oh, what you gonna do?" And then Bobby Lashley comes out, put him in a hurt lock. So program between Bobby Lashley and Matt Riddle, yes, for the U.S. title. I like that. Wonder what's next for Keith Lee. I wonder if he's gonna get in some of that action with the Hurt Business. Since they already have like an actual cool tag team name, Bro and Lee. Even though he calls Keith Lee that, but Bro and Lee off of Brawley. I think that would be pretty dope if they became a tag team. Getting the tag team title scene if the thing with the U.S. title scene doesn't do it, like maybe he gets like beat up or ganged up, and then Keith Lee comes out and stuff like that, and then they have a thing. Maybe New Day also come out, and maybe they look at each other. It was like, hey, those gold look great. You might want some of that gold. So that would be like another team. It'd be a mismatch team, but I think Keith Lee and Matt Riddle would be a great tag team. Matt Riddle is really good. He adapts to everything. He works really well. Like him and Pete Dunne was a really good, fantastic tag team. So I think they'll mesh well together. And then you'll have Hurt Business. Then you'll have New Day. Uh, Retribution, once they stop losing to me and Yim, you got them in there. So that tag team division would be, it'll be decent enough. And then the final thing was the whole WWE title scene starts with Miss TV with Sheamus, pretty much going at him for trying to stir the pot with Drew McIntyre, of course. That was, it was good enough stuff. And then Sheamus laughs it off, like, whatever. We're good friends. You're just jealous because you're going to try to cash in, you're going to fail, or whatever, like that. And Miz gets really intense with him, and then Sheamus starts beating them both up. Um, Miz hits him with Money in the Bank briefcase, and they stand tall. Drew McIntyre comes out, starts laughing at him for losing to or for getting beat up by the Miz, to say that we're going to beat him later on, which they do. Drew McIntyre cuts a promo talking about how he humbled Roman Reigns even though he lost. That made no sense. Maybe he should not just talk about Roman Reigns. Maybe he should just get that out the way. Um, Miz and Morrison is trying to get AJ's assistant on how to cash in the Money in the Bank on him. AJ says yes. He's like, okay, I got you. And then the match happens. And I guess Miz was like, oh, yeah, you're going to do that? Why would you do that? And AJ Styles was like, because I can beat you easily. Duh. Easy win. Easy dubs for AJ Styles, obviously. And then they're on commentary, and then Sheamus and Drew McIntyre murder Miz and Morrison. And then for some reason, Sheamus starts jaw jacking at AJ Styles. And then this is when they get the upper hand for a little bit. They tag in Drew McIntyre. He runs wild. He's about to hit the Claymore on Miz. Sheamus like, nah, I want some of this action. Throw me in there. And then Morrison takes him off the barricade, throws him out, and AJ Styles phenomenal forearm tells disqualification. Then he tells him to get the briefcase. Jordan get the briefcase, and Miz is like, "Hey, bro, what are you doing?" It's like, you literally just asked him how to do it with the remember the peach the peach pie because you're from Georgia and stuff like that, and help me. Clearly, clearly, Miz didn't understand. Morrison was understanding, but everybody gets beat up. Uh, my boy AJ Styles does this funny bit where he's like, "Hey, you're lucky he's holding me back. You're lucky he got me, even though he was in the ring. He was being all timid, and then Jordan got. He's lucky he's holding me back. I beat you up. You wait till TLC. That was fantastic. Um, but yeah, that was Raw. I thought it was a pretty decent show. I don't know why Reckoning lost. That was horrible, but you can't win them all. Be interesting to see if uh, Sheamus and McIntyre is going to be a little tag team for a little bit. Take out AJ Styles, take out Miz and Morrison, maybe vie for the tag team titles, maybe. And then, like, if they lose or something like that, maybe that's when Sheamus turns heel. Maybe challenges Drew for the title at Mania or Fastlane or whatever like that. Good, decent storyline going on with that. Hurt Business and New Day, they can keep feuding forever. That'd be great. Maybe throw in Retribution once they stop being trash. Throw in Broly. That's going to be good stuff. Give something better for Asuka. She deserves way better than what she's given. And oh yeah, the Orton Fiend stuff is fantastic. Alexa Bliss is on top of her game. B plus for the show. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. 22 minutes, not bad.